Starting in child's pose, here's a short sequence that I like to do after a run, which I did this morning. So hips over your heels, arms extended forward, just sway a little bit side to side. An opportunity to see how the body's feeling, your hips, your legs, and your back as well. On your next inhalation, come to your table position, and as you exhale, extend your left leg back, toes curled under, and pressing your heel back so you can get a nice stretch for the calf. Then inhale, lifting the leg up. And as you exhale, bring your knee towards your nose. And we'll do that for a few more times, just extending the leg back on the inhalation. And exhaling, bringing the knee towards your nose, a soft contraction of navel towards the spine as we exhale. And doing that just for a few more cycles, simply trying to release the hip flexors as we extend and flex the hip. Staying nice and easy in the shoulders and the neck. Working on the extension from the hip to the heel as you inhale. And then switching side. So extending the right leg back. Pressing the heel back to get a nice calf stretch on the right side this time. And when you feel you're ready, lift the leg up as you inhale. And as you exhale, bring your knee towards your nose. Again, the focus here is not to work on building strength, but just releasing a little bit of tension that may have accumulated during the run. And definitely not adding more tension in shoulders and arms. So stay nice and loose in the body as you work on the breath and the extension and flexion of the hip. Setting both knees down, take a nice breath in, and as you exhale, go towards your downward dog. And here again, allow yourself to sway a little bit side to side. I like to bend one knee and let the hips sway the other side. So do that a couple of times as you connect with the breath. Just a few deep breaths here, noticing how the sides of the body are feeling. Really work on keeping the knees soft here. So you can work on opening the back of the legs, so stretching the calves, stretching the hamstrings. One more nice breath here, connecting the hands. And on your next inhalation, let your right leg lift up, open the hips, so bend the knee. Visualize that your heel is going towards your lower back. And as you exhale, bring your knee towards your nose. So same thing we did in table, we're now doing in downward dog. Inhale, lift the leg up, open the hip a little bit. And exhale, bring your knee towards your nose. A nice inhalation. And just work at stretching a little bit the legs. Engaging the core a tiny bit as you exhale, knee towards your nose. And then setting the foot down, we'll go on the other side. So inhaling the left leg up, bend your knee, open the hip a little bit. And as you exhale, bring the knee towards your nose. Moving nice and easy. So again, not looking to build tension or building major strength. Just trying to release the legs, the hips, after the run this morning. And then set the foot back down. Back to your downward dog. Take another nice breath in. Let the right leg lifts again. And then step forward the foot between your hands. We'll stay in high lunge just for a couple of breaths here. Feeling the stability on both feet. The gentle stretch on the hip flexors on the left side. And trying to aim at keeping your back nice and long. And then from here, walking the right foot out at an angle and allowing your back knee to come down onto the mat. So now the forearms can come on the mat. You can stay high on your hands as well. Just breathe into the stretch. Into the inner thigh on the right leg, but also the hip flexors, the front of the thigh on the left side. And then when you're ready, walk your hands back up. Right foot comes between your hands and step back into your downward dog. On your next inhalation, let the left leg lift up and nice and easy. Bring your knee towards your nose and then set your foot down for high lunge on the other side. Keep the back leg nice and strong, specifically if you're really flexible. Try not to sit into your joints, but remain in a place of stability. And then walk the left foot out, angle it a little bit so knee and toes are in line. And then set your back knee down and settle here into a lower lunge. Maybe it's on your hands, on your forearms, perhaps your hands on our blocks, so really respect where you're at today. One more nice breath here, and as you exhale, come back to your center and step back into downward dog. One last time. So take a couple of nice breaths here, swaying a little bit in the hips. Again, not staying static. From here, inhale your right leg up, step forward once again, and then externally rotate your hip, preparation for our pigeon pose. So now I've kept the hips and pelvis nice and neutral. And in pigeon, just go to the level that works good for you. So if you want, you can bring your forearms down. And just take a couple of breaths here, releasing tension in the right hip. On your next inhalation, allow yourself to transition back to your downward dog. A nice breath here. And then as you exhale, set into your pigeon on the other side. So you've brought your knee forward, externally rotate the hip and let the shin come down, really respecting the range of motion you have on the hip that you're stretching right now. And again, you can stay static in your pigeon if you wish, but I like to sway just a little bit to release tension, but still keeping the integrity in the posture. So as much as possible, pelvis and hips stay nice and neutral. On your next inhalation, slowly come on up and exhale back to your downward dog. On your next inhalation, come to your plank and stay nice and soft in the plank. So you can actually sway a little bit side to side here if you wish. Just feeling the core, the stability in your body. And then as you inhale, scoop the belly up, go back to your downward dog. Bringing your knees to the mat, go to your child's pose for a couple of breaths. Reconnecting here with a nice long inhalation and long exhalation. On your next inhalation, come to table, then downward dog as you exhale. Inhale, step forward with your right foot, set your left foot down, angling it for your warrior one. So inhaling the arms up in warrior one, pressing the back heel down, and then preparing for pyramid pose. So straighten the front leg. Arms can go on your lower back if you wish. Take a nice breath in, and as you exhale, forward fold over the front leg, keeping your hips nice and square. Inhaling, bending your front knee, arms up, back to your warrior one. And as you exhale, set the hands down, step back into downward dog. Other side, so inhale, step forward with the left foot, lift your arms up, warrior one, just for a breath. And then straighten your front leg, arms go to your lower back, version of pyramid that works for you. So take a nice breath in and exhale, forward fold over the front thigh. Just a gentle hamstring stretch here. Great after a run. On your next inhalation, bend your front knee back to your warrior one as you lift your arms up. Exhale, hands to mat and back to your downward dog. And from your downward dog, bring your knees back down to the mat and go to your child's pose for as many breaths as you wish. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, don't hesitate to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks again, and namaste.